presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
And we welcome you in to ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com for a little hog reaction. Alongside Matt Jones, I am Ty Richardson. Matt, finally get a chance to do one of these shows after a Razorback win. How about them Hogs tonight, my man?
How about it? Ty, great to be here with you. It's always nice to win. Man, they went up there, they fought, they scrapped for all 40 minutes. That was fun to see, Ty.
Yeah, it was encouraging for a lot of different reasons. And if you want to jump in here on the McCarty Daniel hotline, you can do so at 877-377-6963. Again, that's our telephone number throughout tonight. And Matt, it was the Tremont Mark and Makai Mitchell show. Both those guys had monster games tonight. I don't know what Eric Musselman said to him a couple weeks ago, but since then, Makai's played like a different animal this year.
No question. Since his 24th birthday, he's been on fire. Just a walking double-double. Man, I wrote down pluses by so many names tonight, Ty. 24, had a couple big rebounds late. Blocker had some crazy fouls. It seemed like just kind of some young fouls, but man, you can't question his energy and his effort, how he scraps, and then Battle and Mark just being able to get it done and get some shots. Man, my favorite stat, Ty. You had Mark went 8 for 10 from the free throw line. You had Mitchell go 10 of 12 from the free throw line, and Battle went 9 of 10. I mean, that's your three studs right there getting it done for you.
I think that's a great spot to start. I mean, free throw wise, you ended up shooting 28 of 34 for the game for 82%. Those three guys again played a major factor, and I think Eric Musselman was content. I mean, he didn't want Makai dribbling at the end of the game per se, Matt. But he was okay with him getting fouled because Makai, even as a big man, is a really good free throw shooter for what he is.
He's in a groove, man. He's in a purple patch. You know, he's so lucky, and he's not even Irish. I don't know what to say, man. He has been just a joy to watch on defense with 4 blocks. But the thing that he has a smile on his face, Ty, and he's playing with confidence. You can just see it. And sometimes that's what you want to see as a player, as some of the guards. And, you know, Mark has confidence. Battle doesn't lack confidence. When you see that swagger, so to speak, as the young kid says, Mitchell's playing with it.
And if you want to, again, jump in on the conversation, you can do so throughout the night. We're going to be here probably till a little before 11, I'd have to say. And it's actually, again, nice to do one of these post-game shows after a Razorback win, and they finally got it done tonight. So you sweep Texas A&M, Matt. You're back to 13-13 on the season, 4-9 in the conference. You've got 5 regular season games remaining. 2 of those games being against Missouri and Vanderbilt, who are both below you right now in the conference. I'm going to pull up the conference standings real quick. You're still not, again, very high based on what you've done thus far, but this was a good win. You'd still love to get out of the Wednesday night scenario for Arkansas basketball in the SEC tournament. They still have a long way to go to that, but it was encouraging to see not only what they did in the first game against Texas A&M defensively, but back-to-back games that really Wade Taylor and Tyrese Radford were taken out for a good duration of the ball game. Taylor fouls out. I know he got his points last time, but didn't do it efficiently. And Radford, he got some garbage buckets late, but Arkansas really did a good job on 2 dynamite point guards and shooting guards for A&M.
Yeah, you know, and that starts with Coach Muss implementing a defensive plan, and it starts with the players executing it, because you know Coach Muss has pride being a defensive coach. That's you're gonna play defense if you want to be out on the floor. Same thing with Coach Buzz on the other side. It looked like they kind of took it to Mark early. But then in that second half, Mark really got going. But, yeah, I mean, Coach Muss had a defensive plan to go out there, and it was, we're going to make somebody else beat us. We don't want Taylor to beat us. I would have never guessed it, Ty. Will Taylor, 3 of 12, 11 points. That's big time for the Hogs.
All right, we're going to take a short break here. We got a lot to get to. We're going to hear from Eric Musselman, Makai Mitchell, and want to hear from you. 877 377-6963. It's Hog Reaction right here on ESPN Arkansas. HitThatLine.com.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
KC Insurance wants to remind everyone they are your local, trusted insurance agency for all your life and health insurance needs. They are located in the North Bell Shopping Center at 912 Highway 6265 North in Harrison. Feel free to drop by the office anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., or call 870-517-1207 to schedule your appointment now. And don't forget, they are local people helping local people.
Get ready for adventure with unbeatable deals at Wheels RV now through the end of February. We're rolling out the red carpet for you with our exclusive employee pricing event on select in-stock trailers. That's right, you pay what we pay. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing Wheels RV. Employee pricing on select models. RV show pricing on all new and used inventory. Hurry in, this offer is for a limited time only. Visit Wheels RV today for details and to start planning your next great adventure. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV. The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive, and financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
What's on your to-do list today? Does it include looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? If so, come by and see us at Sharp Equipment today and explore our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer. Whatever your day brings, whatever job it is you need to complete, Wacker Newson Equipment is up to the task, and Sharp Equipment is here to help. Stop in Central Hydraulics and see us at Sharp Equipment, located at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-242-1406.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
This year, upgrade your home to safe, convenient, and energy-efficient natural gas from Arkansas-Oklahoma Gas. Skip the prepayments and delivery issues, and enjoy the peace of mind knowing that your natural gas is always there when you need it. And we can help make converting your home easy and affordable too. For heating, hot water, cooking, and more, it's time to upgrade to safe, reliable, and energy-efficient natural gas. Visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, Energy for Life.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Do you need an oil change but don't have time to drop off your car? S&J Express Lube will let you sit in your car while they do the work, and it only takes about 15 minutes with no appointment needed. Prices start at $35.99 for a 20-point inspection service. S&J Express Lube is open Monday through Friday 9 till 6 and Saturdays 8 till noon. You'll find them at 14818 Highway 71 South in Jenny Lind. Check them out on Facebook too. S&J Express Lube, your authorized Castrol dealer in Sebastian County. They are waiting on you now.
Are you looking for a change of scenery? Lavorne Lumber is looking to hire a Class A CDL flatbed driver for a regional position. Lavorne Lumber is highly competitive in pay. Lavorne Lumber is a family-owned lumber and trucking company. Home most nights and every single weekend. Guaranteed. Lavorne Lumber has top-of-the-line equipment. If you're interested in the job, stop by Lavorne Lumber at 515 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith Monday through Friday from 9 to 4.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good!
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
We would not be here without Kevin and Ricky Cowan, who have been a part of Hog Reaction all season long, also part of Arkansas Game Day during football season. So if you need any health or life insurance need, go to kcinsuranceharrison.com. That's kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information. So tonight, again, Arkansas ends up getting a victory over the Texas A&M Aggies, and a big part of that was Makai Mitchell. He was all over the place tonight.
Tremont, left side battle on the wing. Caleb to the rim, blocked from behind. Mitchell goes there to clean it up with a left hand, and he drew the foul. How about that?
So Makai Mitchell, Matt Jones, and you mentioned his free throw shooting, 10 for 12, 22 points. So just had a career high last game. Outdoes it by 1 point. Had a plus-minus of plus 12, and then also drew. Here's the crazy part about his game tonight. Matt, he drew 9 fouls. He only fouled 3 times, but he drew 9 fouls and added 13 rebounds on that. So, and he had 4 blocks to go along with it. So we keep saying, oh, that's Makai's best game. Well, he kind of just added another best game performance tonight, my man.
Oh, my goodness, man. He's been a joy to watch. I just like you said, his confidence, everything that he's going about it. And it's pretty cool. Some players, Phil brought this up. I don't know how much y'all talked about it on y'all's show, but some players, man, they relish coming off the bench. You just need to get to that under 16 timeout that first 4 minutes, then you bring him in, and then he's still going to play. What did he play? 33 minutes. You know, it's just it's unreal what he's doing right now. Your boy Blocker hit a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
The shot clock was going down. Davenport hit 1 big 3. We shot the ball good enough from the outside today, and we shot it better than A&M, which A&M. I don't know what you think, Ty, but I the reason that A&M is kind of solid is they're an anomaly. They're like an AAU team. They have 2 guys and they just run to the rim and they try to out physical you. When you're 16, 17 years old, you can play that bully ball. When you get up here and you're playing real basketball, you can see how tough it is for times for A&M. Our defensive plan was to keep them out of the paint, keep them attacking. And I thought we executed the defensive plan as good as we could.
Yeah, he only got out-rebounded by 7. And I heard you talking about it the other day. It doesn't take a lot of skill to do what Mississippi State and A&M do. And it's kind of irritating and frustrating because they are able to still win that way. But maybe Tremont Mark almost single-handedly eliminated Texas A&M from any NCAA tournament postseason discussion because now they're sitting at 6 and 7. They do have a good chunk of quad 1 wins. But, Matt, I don't know if they're necessarily on the outside looking in, but this is one of their worst. They have 2 losses, and it pains me to say this, but they have 2 losses to the Arkansas Razorbacks, which are brutal when the selection committee is coming around looking at teams that deserve to be in the real postseason tournament.
Oh, no question. They couldn't throw it into the ocean, and we got into the bonus real early. We got lucky, Ty, because we had, I believe they were into the bonus within the first 5 minutes of the second half, and they were just, 64%, 25 of 39 from the free throw line. But that you got to give credit to Arkansas for keep putting the pressure on. And what happens is when you have a team that, a lot of emotions, you're at home, you're a heavy favorite. A&M was a heavy favorite. And then as long as you can keep it close, man, they got a little bit more tight. Couldn't hit shots, started pressing. You saw Wade Taylor come down, not run the offense, which maybe that is their offense. But we were able to keep it close, and then they started pressing, and we kept our cool. I wrote down there was about 4 minutes to go in the game. We make our free throws, we win this game, and the Hogs were able to make their free throws late.
Yeah, and that has not necessarily been the characteristic or the staple of this team at points this season. And for Arkansas to, again, really limit Wade Taylor. You did a really good job in Fayetteville. I know he got the 30-something, whatever it was, but, I mean, it took 30-something shots to get there. You take that if you're Eric Musselman. And then tonight, him and Radford really combined. You look at what they were doing. So Taylor goes 3 for 12, including 0 of 4 from the three-point line. Radford goes 5 of 16, 0 of 2 from the three-point line. And you mentioned, again, just knocking down free throws down the stretch, a big, crucial game for this Arkansas Razorback team. And again, Muss talked about it after the game. Feels like the heart of the team is still in it.
You know, coming into the game, a tough road loss, quick turnaround, no Brazil, no Minifeld, no Jalen Graham. Cannot speak enough about the heart. In the last 2 games, quite honestly, Chuck, I mean, we lost a game on the road that I thought we could have won. We've played 80 really good minutes now in a row on the road.
And, Matt, you think about just the emotional roller coaster from Saturday in Starkville where you had a chance to win, you turned the ball over at the tail end, weren't able to get up a shot, and State pulled away. To take that same energy and mentality, which is not always – I mean, you play the sport. Sometimes when you guys lose a tough one, the next game you get blown out. That's, again, huge for this basketball team earlier tonight.
Yeah, you know, Coach Nutt had a saying, don't let the week before you, the week that just happened, beat you next week. And that's what this team did tonight. They did well at that. It'd be very easy. Been a long year, long, tough game at Mississippi State. I thought we had every chance to win that game against Mississippi State. And, man, it was like they just forgot it. You got to have a short memory. You go back, you watch film, you get better. You listen to what Coach is saying about what's the game plan for A&M. And then sometimes you have another team's number. It might be that this year we kind of have A&M's number for whatever reason.
Now you got Missouri this Saturday, 11 o'clock. It's an early start. Luckily, Matt, Arkansas does not play a Wednesday late game. It's also not having to travel on the road. So you get through these 2 road games. You should have won Saturday potentially. You actually win tonight. And you're going to have a setup. There's not going to be a great crowd. Again, at this point, you are 4-9 in the SEC, so there's not like a lot of hope that they're going to make the NCAA tournament. And there shouldn't be. But there is an idea that you could maybe put a string of 2 wins together in the conference, which, to my knowledge, you haven't done yet this season. So I think that's encouraging for Eric Musselman that he's really liked what he's seen defensively. And I have too. I don't know if you noticed just the uptick in steals and the uptick of just contesting shots. This team defensively, I know the Tennessee game's kind of the anomaly when you're playing a National Player of the Year, but I've definitely seen an uptick on the defensive end from this basketball team, Matt.
Ty, you're exactly right. I wrote down also Davenport closing down when the ball would shift sides, and you got to be on a string with your man. You got to be in unison. When they slide over, you have to slide over next man down. I saw them doing that so much better than earlier in the year. And the other thing, I was surprised Devo only played 7 minutes. But Davenport, I thought he was big minutes. I thought he was in the right spot. Same with Blocker. His energy, it's infectious. He was able to cause a little bit of havoc and kind of get on their nerves a little bit. And sometimes that's what you have to do is kind of get under their skin. And I thought we did that. We frustrated A&M. The entire 40. I mean, I guess that first 10 minutes, A&M was kind of doing their thing a little bit, which you know they are. You kind of thought they were going to go on a run again at some point. They missed 15 straight field goals at one point in the second half. Some of that you get lucky, but, man, you got to credit Arkansas's defense for that. For 15 straight misses, man, that's 15 stops in a row by that Arkansas defense. That has to be their record this year.
Yeah, and what was interesting about that is that was without Devontae Davis off the floor, who's supposedly one of your best defenders. And I didn't think he played bad tonight. He just got in some early foul trouble, and Arkansas was finding some defensive rhythm with some other guys that you just mentioned, especially in the second half. Musselman was not a big fan of that first half defense like you spoke to, and then really like what kind of transpired after that point. But I don't know if you get the sense from watching him, I do, he's almost like unwilling to shoot. Like, have you noticed that, like, on the offensive end? He has open looks at times, or he's not even looking to drive. He's just looking to pass. And I don't know if that's by design or if that's just him trying to get other guys involved. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he always seems to be shooting these long threes, Matt. I don't know if that's just me or if you picked up on that too.
Yeah, he's trying. Devo's such a heady player, such a clever player. I think he has a real high basketball IQ, and so he's trying to find other ways to make an impact, and he is. And I think that's kind of Coach's philosophy, which I'm not in the meetings this year. I don't know. But it seems like they don't want to take errant shots or shots real quick in the shot clock. They want to work the ball, make the other team work on defense, get a good shot. And so I think he's kind of going a step overboard to your point. He's kind of being a little extreme. If Devo's right anywhere on that, not as long as he's not 2 feet back from the 3-point line, but if Devo's anywhere free throw line, mid-range game, and he's wide open, I want him to shoot it every time. I have faith in his shot, especially when it's uncontested, as long as he's not NBA range three-pointer, as long as he's moved in from that.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a short break here on Hog Reaction. Matt Jones, former Arkansas quarterback and stud basketball player. Ty Richardson also along with you for the next hour or so on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
This year, upgrade your home to safe, convenient, and energy-efficient natural gas from Arkansas Oklahoma Gas. Skip the prepayments and delivery issues, and enjoy the peace of mind knowing that your natural gas is always there when you need it. And we can help make converting your home easy and affordable too. For heating, hot water, cooking, and more, it's time to upgrade to safe, reliable, and energy-efficient natural gas. Visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, energy for life.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
What's on your to-do list today? Does it include looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? If so, come by and see us at Sharp Equipment today and explore our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer. Whatever your day brings, whatever job it is you need to complete, Wacker Newson Equipment is up to the task, and Sharp Equipment is here to help. Stop in Central Hydraulics and see us at Sharp Equipment, located at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-242-1406.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drugstore in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Do you want to be a part of the team that makes the best pizza and wings in town? Well, I've got great news. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria is now accepting applications for a full-time cook. Fill out your application in person Monday through Saturday between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. You'll get to make the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Pour the double cheese and sausage.
Right here, dude.
This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
And welcome back into Hog Reaction. I want to play this clip for Muss with Chuck directly after the game. All right, let's get this thing corked up and let's hear it.
Chuck, it's going to be a nice play
It
ride
is
home.
indeed.
Nice plane ride home, Matt Jones. Take us back. Take us back to the plane days. What were those plane rides back after big time? I know this isn't, again, a top 5 or win on the road or anything, but what were those road wins like coming back in the plane?
Ty, as you know, my pops is a football coach, and I've been raised, I coach his family. And going back from the 7th grade, Ty, when you were on the yellow school bus, all the way up to the professional ranks. When you lose, there's not a lot of celebrating, man. You sit there, and I was taught as a young age, and as a 7th grader, you don't get to celebrate when you lose. You get to sit there and think about what you could have done better in the week to prepare, what you could have done better during the game. You sit there and try to get better. If it's a 45-minute bus ride or a 6-hour ride home, I don't want to hear you. And when you win, you throw that all out the door. People are playing cards. People are singing. People are dancing. You're having a good time. You play the game to win. There's nothing. Coach Nutt said it all the time, and it's so true. A celebrated locker room is the coolest feeling, and that's why you love it for these guys. You know how hard they've worked, how much of a struggle it's been this year. It's going to be interesting to see who all comes back. But man, hold your head up high. Feel good about it. And I don't know what their rule is. We always had a 24-hour rule, and sometimes you might just have till midnight rule. But you appreciate it. Be thankful for it, man. It's fun. This is why you do your two-a-days. This is why you grind. This is why you go to shoot. I mean, you put all this work in to go see the fruits of your labor in this victory, and there really is. There's nothing like a celebrated locker room.
So you get Missouri at home on Saturday at 11 o'clock, and then Vanderbilt at home next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Then it heats up a little bit. Then your schedule is getting a little more difficult. Kentucky and Rupp, Saturday, March the 2nd. LSU at home Wednesday night, March the 6th. And then going to the league leading Alabama Crimson Tide. You have to go to as well, Matt. And that is it's not going to get any easier.
It doesn't get a lot easier. Missouri put up a fight tonight against Tennessee. I don't know how much you got to check in on that. They put a shift in at least the first half. So they haven't quit yet either. When Arkansas went up there January 31st, we were able to get the dub, and we kind of handled them the whole time. And so if they got anything about them, they're going to come out, and they're going to come out strong, and they're going to try to get an SEC victory.
Yep. All right, let's talk to Joe in Avoca, who's on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Joe, welcome into the program tonight, presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, man.
I was surprised by the effort of the Razorbacks tonight. I really like that.
Me too.
Gives me pleasure. You know what? I like it when they win. And it's just a good thing. And Mr. Mitchell, he's my favorite man right now.
He look a little like Shaft, huh, with those sideburns? He's a bad dude right now.
He looks scary.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mess with him. I don't mess with anybody that's 6'6" either. Anyway, thank goodness they won a game.
Yeah.
They tried last time, and they finally pulled it out. I don't give up on them. I like them. They're my favorite players. But another thing I'd like to ask is I want to go down and see the gym backs.
Coach
They play Friday, right?
I don't have their schedule off the top of my head. I can look that up for you real quick. Trying to go to see Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I'd like to see them. I like the Lady Backs. The last game I went to, a Lady Back game, was when they played UConn.
Oh, you're talking about basketball, not gymnastics.
Well, both.
Both, okay.
I like both.
Okay. They play.
I like the winners. Winners.
Yeah, the gymnastics meet is this Friday against Kentucky, and that is in Barnhill Arena. So you're saying Bud Walton Arena. So, well, Joe, maybe you make a trek up to Fayetteville this weekend. You watch the gymnastics meet, the men's basketball team, and I don't know if the women are playing, the women's basketball team, where they're playing this weekend. I'll look that up real quick. But, Joe, enjoy the rest of your night, and enjoy the pleasure of an Arkansas win and pleasuring yourself to that win, man.
All right, thanks, guys. You all take care.
You think you caught that, Matt?
Well, I did. I was looking it up for you. The Hogs, the basketball Hogs, the Ladybacks go to Lady Aggie Land Thursday, February 22nd. So it's Arkansas in on the guys' shift, and then the girls are going to go put in a shift as well.
Oh, hey, it would be nice to beat Texas A&M again this weekend, as it was so enjoyable to see them beat the Aggies for the second time this season. And Matt, Texas A&M might be eliminated for the SEC tournament. Excuse me, not the SEC, the NCAA tournament, unless they get their act together. They have not played well as of late, and 2 losses against Arkansas does not bolster your resume by any means.
Well, I didn't have A&M. I mean, they're definitely a bubble team. I get people saying these quad 1 wins, quad 2. I get all this stuff. When I watch A&M play, they are not an NCAA tournament team. I don't think Mississippi State's much of an NCAA tournament team as well. Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, Auburn, Florida, Kentucky, those teams right there, those 6 I think are 100% in, Ty. And then you're looking at Mississippi, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, LSU, Georgia. You're looking at those 5 for 2-3 positions. I think 2. I think out of those 5, only 2. I think this year that the SEC is going to be an 8-bid league this year. I don't see 9 getting in this year in the SEC.
Yeah, the Big 12 is still the best basketball league in the country, and the SEC is probably at 2, though, at this point. There has been some really good SEC basketball teams, though, Matt.
No question, Ty. I think the SEC is just as deep as any basketball conference. I'm with you. SEC and Big 12 are 1A and 1B. No question about it. And maybe that's just how it is. Maybe there's a reason they're a bubble team. There's a reason they're kind of iffy. LSU has some athletes. LSU has just as many athletes as Mississippi State does. Georgia's all right as well. You see them kind of all muddled in right there. So these last 5 games, I'd heard something that, if an SEC team is 500, they usually get put in to the tournament. So I think that's what these teams are going for, is if they can be 500 in conference play, then it does. If they're a bubble team, then they'll have a chance to be in.
That's probably a good barometer to shoot for, especially in the SEC and the Big 12. All right, let's talk to JW in London, who's on the McCarty Daniel hotline, calling in on Hog Reaction. JW,
hey,
welcome in.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. A nice night. I normally just listen on the radio, but I was at a local sports bar restaurant and actually got to see the game. And for the first time, I understand what Musselman is trying to do. And I never really totally grasped his concept of basketball until tonight. I could see it. I could see the intensity of the defense, and it was pretty amazing. I was just impressed from start to finish. how intense they were at hawking the ball. And, like I said, I'm pretty impressed. He has not the greatest team he's ever had to work with, but with what he's got to work with, he's done a great job. And, Ty, I know some of your compadres, they're on ESPN, give you a lot of stuff sometimes, but I kind of get you. I met you down at CJ's Butcher Burger down at Russell one time. And Matt, you're my all-time favorite Razorback football player. And we share another passion, which is the other football, which a lot of people don't understand or don't like. But I love watching those people do that soccer thing. But anyhow, and Ty, here's what I think we need to do. I need to take you up fishing up Piney Creek sometime down where I live.
Okay.
And have a picture of you after we have subdued about a 4-foot water moccasin. You can hold it up to the bad boys in the afternoon and say, any of y'all want to do this with me? Come on. I think that would seal the deal. But anyway, it's a great victory tonight, and I love seeing it. We're not going to make the tournament, but I think we're going to make some more teams feel uncomfortable playing this, and that's all we can hope for at this point in the season. And we're lucky to have Musselman. Very lucky. Anyway, y'all take care.
JW, appreciate the kind words tonight here on Hog Reaction. And, Matt, I think, again, the basketball team, we've seen them be gritty defensively the last 3 or 4 years. It just took this team basically through 2/3 of the season to actually show what he's been working on or what he has accomplished prior to that. And I just wonder in these remaining 5 games, are we going to see the same charge and energy? Because it's one thing to go on the road in College Station, Starkville. It's another thing to have that same energy, have that same tenacity and execution in Rupp Arena and Coleman Coliseum against maybe 2 of the top 3 teams in the conference right now.
You're right. It's there's no easy dubs out there. Todd, the one thing I noticed, and I don't know if you noticed it too, but in our last caller talking about defense, they looked like they did have a different energy, a different communication. It looked like they were talking more. They were pointing out I got this guy with ball. They were pointing out, hey, I'm switching, I'm going here. I haven't seen them really communicate that much on the defensive side, and it shows off. To play good defense, you have to communicate. You have to talk. You have to tell people when a screen's coming. You have to alert people when there's movement behind you that you don't see. And I thought they did a great job of talking and pointing out where their weakness was. Yeah,
I Musk kind of spoke to that after the game, Matt. And again, it's something you learn, like you're saying, as early as elementary basketball. It's like communicate. But on offense, you don't really have to as much. Unless the play breaks down or something. But on the defensive end, it's see-man, see-ball, call-out screens, various things. And most of the time when you see the good defensive teams, they're pretty loud and obnoxious during the course of games. And I've definitely seen this Arkansas basketball team do more of that in the last few. All right, we're going to take another break here on Hog Reaction. Matt Jones, Ty Richardson with you here. It's Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance Partners. Appreciate Kevin and Ricky Cowan with everything they do for ESPN Arkansas. And they can help you out as well with all your health and life insurance needs. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com. More coming up with Matt Jones and myself.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
KC Insurance wants to remind everyone they are your local, trusted insurance agency for all your life and health insurance needs. They are located in the North Bell Shopping Center at 912 Highway 6265 North in Harrison. Feel free to drop by the office anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. or call 870-517-1207 to schedule your appointment now. And don't forget, they are local people helping local people.
Get ready for adventure with unbeatable deals at Wheels RV now through the end of February. We're rolling out the red carpet for you with our exclusive employee pricing event on select in-stock trailers. That's right, you pay what we pay. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing Wheels RV. Employee pricing on select models. RV show pricing on all new and used inventory. Hurry Hurry in, this offer is for a limited time only. Visit Wheels RV today for details and to start planning your next great adventure. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Are you interested in saving money on your heating bills and upgrading your home's energy efficiency? Now's the time. Installing or upgrading to natural gas allows you to take advantage of high-efficiency appliances that save energy and money. From furnaces to water heaters to gas dryers and fireplaces, there's a natural gas option to fit your home and your budget. What's not to love about that? Don't wait. Call AOG today at 800-842-5690 or visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, energy for life.
Before you buy that next car or truck, stop by Broadway Motors in Van Buren. The best of the best for 2 straight years. Michael and his team offer the best prices on the best quality pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley. They invite you to stop by and check it out for yourself. Or if you prefer to check out their inventory online or even do your financing online. Michael has built his reputation as a husband, father, and owner-operator since 2006. Broadway Motors, 806 Broadway in Van Buren, or online at BroadwayMotorsAR.com.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79. Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. I want to talk about their pizza today. The Goob Special with extra pepperoni and rib rub on top. The Parm Special with double mushroom and jalapenos. Don't forget about the bacon cheeseburger and everyone's favorite, the old trash can. Swing on by Papa's Pub and Pizzeria at 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. Or give them a call at 479-783-9941. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
Hey, I'm Hagen Smith. As an Arkansas pitcher, I know the importance of precision, skill, and keeping cool under pressure. That's why for your home, choosing the right team for heating and air is just as important. You want professionals who bring their best game. When it comes to staying comfortable, I rely on Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. They'll send pros to take care of your home, too. So sign up now for Pascal's Plan Protection membership before the summer heat for only $8.99 a month. Never pay for a tune-up again when they're included in your membership. Professional people, professional service. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Precision Overhead Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all of your overhead door needs. Fully licensed and insured, with locations in Rogers and Fort Smith, serving all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Give them a call today at 844-PDS-DOOR or online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Back-to-back winners of the Best of Award, Gold Best Garage Company in Northwest Arkansas, and also winners of the River Valley Precision Overhead Door.
At Southern Tire Mart, we look out for you and your vehicle. Come visit us for America's most trusted brands like Michelin Tires and top-of-the-line service. You can depend on Southern Tire Mart and Michelin Tires to keep you rolling. Come see us at Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 exit 14 in Fort Smith, for Michelin tires that fit your needs and service that cares for you like family.
This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good!
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
All right, back here on Hog Reaction with Ty Richardson and former Razorback basketball player Matt Jones. And Matt, again, Arkansas with a victory tonight. They're first in quite some time. Got an opportunity to do so against Missouri on Saturday and then Vanderbilt on Tuesday before it picks up in SEC play a little bit. Still haven't seen Trevin Brazile, Matt, in quite some time. And I honestly, I'm not going to take my own thought or take This thought is my own because I really started to believe what you started to say. I just don't think we're going to see him in these remaining 5 regular season games, unfortunately.
Yeah, the thing first for Brazil is his health, no question about it. I think you get to a point this late in the season. You saw a little bit with Nick Smith coming back, then he would go away, come back, go away. It's hard to stay, not necessarily to stay engaged because he does. I think Brazil stays engaged. He's the biggest cheerleader over there. But when you're not going full go at practice and everybody else has been going full go for the last month, you're just going to be a step behind. It's going to take him 3 games before he would be back into game shape. You don't know how healthy that knee is. 100%, Ty, I think you err on the side of keeping this kid healthy. His future is very bright. And, I know the NBA is based a lot on potential. And I do think Brazil is a first-round pick, borderline, based on his health and his measurables. But maybe he comes back. NIL is a big thing. And if he's not going to be a first-round pick, I would come back and prove on your game, show you can stay healthy because that's back-to-back seasons. You've been healthy, not been able to start and finish the season. And so hopefully he can come back, start, and finish his. And let's be honest, he has a lot of game he needs to work on. He is blessed. He has been touched by the hand of God to be built the way he is. They don't come out built like that. And but he has a lot of work to still do. So I would not be surprised that if he's not playing college basketball, and hopefully he's a Razorback again next year.
So let me ask you this. Let's say they win on Saturday, and then they somehow win another game and beat Vanderbilt, which is very conceivable based on how bad Missouri and Vanderbilt are. Do you try and put him back in the fold at that point with 3 straight wins? I just wonder if you're and you're spot on about his health. Like, that is the most important thing. You don't want to risk something. We don't have all the details and everything, but I mean, if he's healthy, how do you go about kind of reorchestrating him at the lineup if you're Musselman, or do you kind of just list him as a healthy scratch? What's your call on that?
Well, if he's healthy and can go, then I want him dressed out and I want him ready. You want to see him go through a full practice, but before he gets back into a game, so that would be one. Can he go through a full practice 2-3 days in a row? What is it? But no question, Ty, you have him as a sub, and maybe he only plays 3 minutes. Maybe he plays 12. You kind of just see how he's feeling out the game. But, yes, he would be a body that you need situationally to be able to play. You just don't know. I don't think that you go into it thinking starters minutes. You go into it thinking, well, we're going to give him a chance. We'll let him roll up and down the court maybe 2-3 minutes and see what he's doing, see how he's feeling, if he's produced. Because Muss would take you down and say, come sit with me. Look at Devo tonight. Like you said, I don't think Devo was doing anything wrong or playing a bad game. But Muss said, come over and sit with me because other players got it. So, Muss isn't worried about that. But, yeah, if the kid's healthy and he can go, no question, if you could get 5 minutes a half out of him, that's because we're kind of depleted right now. We were out Graham. We were at Minifield. I was surprised we didn't see Bay fall tonight, Ty. I thought maybe he would get 5-7 minutes.
Yeah, he really went small tonight throughout the majority of the game, and I kept looking over for Muss to signal to Bay, hey, you're checking in, but he didn't. He played. Again, we saw Devo at the 4. We saw Davenport at the 4, and then every once in a while they went big with Chandler Lawson and Mekhi Mitchell. At that point, that's not really that big, to be perfectly honest, when you look at a lot of other college basketball teams. A&M's not huge, Matt. They're a really good offensive rebound team, but they're not like overly – they don't have a bunch of 7-footers just all over the place at this point. And Arkansas was able to, again, fend off, even though getting out-rebounded by 7 with some other areas that they did have success in. I want to ask you about Caleb Battle. Matt, he didn't shoot the ball well. He was 3 of 15, but still ended up with 15 points with the 9 or 10 free throws. He's posted back-to-back double-digit SEC games, and I don't think prior to that he had scored double-digit in the SEC. If not, it only been like once. Caleb started a little bit as of late. What have you thought about his offensive performances? And I honestly think he's getting after it on the defensive end too.
his defense has picked up. I'm glad you said that, Ty. Early in the season, I thought he was a liability. I thought he was a question mark on the defensive side of the ball. He has definitely picked it up, and that's what we talk about with Coach Muss, that you're going to have to play defense if you're going to play extended minutes on this Razorback team. I'm a Battle fan. I really am. I think he needs to live in the paint. He reminds me a little bit of a guy like a Jonathan Modica in the sense where he's undersized, but he has to score most of his points in the paint. I even think Pookie might have been a better shooter. I don't know what it is. He's such a great Ty. He's such a great free throw shooter, but his 3-point shot, every time he shoots it, I kind of like you're like, oh no. But as long as he's attacking, as long as he's getting into the paint, as long as he's got that floater, jumps mid-range, and staying downhill, he's so athletic. He's so explosive. He will pass the ball. He's a score-first guy. He's not looking to pass the ball, but he will. He's able to pass the ball. But no question, he's a bona fide attacker. He's a guy that can get to the line. He can cause havoc. And then again, like you said, his defense really has picked up. But that's what you see. That's his stat line, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. And I'd be like, hey, man, every time you hit 10 free throw, every time you get to your 10th free throw, you can take one step back 3, and I won't yell at you.
Sorry, I've just been thinking about Jonathan Pookie Monica. That brings me back. And that was right in your heyday, like you're talking about, as one of your teammates. And I love that nickname. Is one of the best nicknames in Razorback history. There's no question about it.
Snack over zone.
Yeah. Again, sometimes guys, and Caleb's known as a better shooter than he's been this year, and his past college stops in Temple and Butler would tell you that. He just hasn't shot the ball well. And I don't know if it's a combination of just not fitting in, adjusting the SEC play, or what it is, but whatever the case, hopefully he starts to find his shooting stroke in down these next couple of games. Again, only 5 remaining, at least one SEC tournament game, and then we'll see what Arkansas does from that moving forward. All right, another short break here on Hog Reaction, presented by KC Insurance Partners. Again, we've already had a couple calls on the McCarty Daniel hotline, JW in London, Joe in Avoca. If you want to jump in with us as well, our number tonight is 877-377-6963. More Hog Reaction coming up.
0.9% financing on a new 23 or 24 GMC Sierra at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save up to $6,500 off with factory rebates on a new GMC Sierra truck, or take $3,750 off with 0.9% financing or 2.9% financing for up to 72 months on Sierra 1500s. 6.2-liter engine excluded. Conquer with confidence in a new GMC Sierra from Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
It's time to vote for your favorite high school player of the week. ESPN Arkansas and Shamrock Roofing and Construction are recognizing the most outstanding high school student athletes. Visit hitthatline.com each week to vote for your favorite athlete of the week. The high school player of the week is brought to you by Shamrock Roofing and Construction. No one can install a better roof at a better price with a better warranty than Shamrock. Visit them at shamrockroofer.com. Visit the nominees each week at hitthatline.com. This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
All right, welcome back into Hog Reaction here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. Matt Jones, Ty Richardson, really appreciate KC Insurance Partners being a part of this. And, Matt, what else stood out to you in the game tonight, my man?
Yeah, man. I thought the team played great. The first half we came out there pretty sharp. I put pluses down by Davenport. He had 20 minutes, 9 points. He was 1 of 6 from three-point land. But what he does out there when he's small and he's at the 4, he does help space the floor. I think he's better than that as far as a 1 of 6 three-point shooter. So I like it that he's being aggressive. He had a couple rebounds tonight that I thought – he had 2 offensive boards that were big. And then also late. You've seen this Hog basketball team. Last time we played A&M, you saw it when we played Duke. When we had a lead, we'd get a 12-point lead late in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden, last time A&M came back and was able to take the lead. This time, we were able to keep extending our lead. You know, they would get it down to 3, 4, 5. Next thing, we'd go back up to 7 or 8. And I thought Tremont Mark had twice, man, late in the game, he got fouled on jump shots, made it. 3-point play on the 2-point jumper, and then hit that 3, got fouled again. I thought A&M got frustrated late, and they kind of folded. They never really had that push. They were a little frustrated, it seemed like, on defense, but that was the key. The key was hitting our free throws. I wrote down there's about 6 minutes to go. If we hit our free throws, we're going to win this game, and sure enough, they did. Can't say enough about Mitchell. Can't say enough about Battle. And then Tremont Mark, 26 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Man, he has owned Texas A&M this year.
Isn't that great? I mean, he hits the game winner in Fayetteville at Bud Walton Arena and then does what he does in College Station tonight, which was spectacular. Absolutely.
Texas kid, right?
Yeah.
Texas boy. Wasn't he a Houston? Houston Cougar?
He went to Houston. I can't remember, Matt, if he played. I don't want to lie to you if he played high school ball there or not, but I feel like, I'm going to be honest, that sounds right to me. That sounds right to me that he played. So for him to do it again against them is pretty special.
Yeah, Dickinson, Texas. So that's he was kind of a homecoming, and you see that. You see kids when they get to play against places that they're from. So he probably grew up being an A&M or a Longhorn fan. I mean, he grew up when you had you had the kid from the Los Angeles Clippers that played alongside of the kid from Oklahoma back when they had Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan.
Oh yeah.
He was an A&M guy. Kevin Durant was at Texas. So Texas basketball was big time when he was growing up there.
Yeah, it's a little it's different again back in the day or whatever, the changes on that. But you like to have any time that you can quote unquote get back to your own state or something from someone passing on you or anything. I know that. You had several teammates, man. This is kind of the opposite perspective, but you had several teammates from other states that obviously we were lucky to have come to Arkansas, and it was one of those things when they played their state school, whether it was in Fayetteville or wherever they're going, they wanted to show out against them specifically, and whether it was Louisiana boys and Texas boys, it didn't really matter when they got an opportunity to play the Longhorns or play the Tigers. Or maybe a Mississippi kid playing Ole Miss or Mississippi State. That game was really special to them that night or that day, whenever it was.
Yeah, I think Richard Smith and Tony Bua, both being Louisiana kids, but both making big plays against LSU for one of those victories. And, you know, being an Arkansas Razorback, you have to have a chip on your shoulder because you're not going to have the 5 stars that Kentucky's going to have, Florida's going to have. Some of these other schools, you're going to have to get it done, and you kind of know that going into it, and you have pride wearing that Razorback jersey, and that's what you saw. I thought you saw it against Mississippi State, and then they carried it over to an A&M game, and this late in the year, the season hasn't went the way you wanted to. It could be real easy just to kind of fold up shop, but not this team. They didn't quit. They kept fighting. And they gave A&M a what for? Man, A&M never really got comfortable, Ty. They missed 15 shots in a row. I've never seen anything like it at that high level of basketball.
Yeah, you mentioned the fight aspect. Matt, are you surprised this team has shown this much fight? I mean, I have expected them to get clobbered tonight going into College Station, because in the combination of A&M not playing well as of late, needing a win, combination of Arkansas coming off an emotional loss, and at a certain point, I just thought this team was going to let go of the rope. And I know that Tennessee game didn't go according to plan on Valentine's Day, but you just went to 2 road places. You hadn't won a lot lately, and you should have won on Saturday, and you won tonight.
Man, I'm with you. A&M's body language did not look good. Arkansas's body language looked better the entire game. I don't know if there's dissension or if there's frustration in that A&M huddle, but they kind of looked like they were pointing fingers. They were kind of getting hostile. They were frustrated. We took the fans out of it. I mean, the blueprint to go into A&M and the way they executed Coach Muss's plans, man, you got to tip your hat to this Razorback basketball team, because that wasn't an easy task right there, Ty, and they made it look rather easy. That was some of their best ball, and then to go do it on the road, take the fans out of it, kind of make that place yours. It was a joy to watch, and we haven't been able to say a lot of that this year.
Matt, give us some perspective. The differences between getting a home win and a road win, and I think about just, again, you guys won some incredible road games and some atmospheres. We've seen some fun road games, whether it's baseball, basketball, or football. But I know as fans sometimes we love those home wins, but, man, those road wins are tough to come by sometimes. When you do get one, it sure is a celebration afterwards.
No question, and especially to get a sweep. I know they don't do the divisions, and the SEC's all weird now, but you played A&M twice and able to get a sweep. It's almost like getting a victory and a half. The other thing, though, is we have to make up for it because we took some L's on the home court. Usually we're so good at home. I'd predicted this team to go 7-2 at home. We quite didn't get to that 7-2 mark. But that's our second victory on the road this year in conference play, and that's big time. It sets you up to be able to win these next 2 home games, and let's take it one at a time, no question about it. But it puts you in position to take care of business, win 2 home games in a row, have 3 straight victories before you travel to Lexington, and Kentucky seems to be playing better. So there are no easy games. These last 5 games.
No, there is not, and that's just part of life in the SEC, isn't it, Matt Jones? And it didn't used to be that way in basketball. Like think about your old days on the basketball court. I mean, the talent, not that you guys didn't play some good players. I know you always love to tell that Tayshaun Prince story, which if I had to guard Tayshaun Prince as my first SEC game, I would wet myself. You didn't that night, but there's definitely been a good amount of changes within the basketball landscape. And it's encouraging to see that while SEC basketball still isn't the best in all of college, it's pretty stinking good right now.
Hey, I think Missouri has a heck of a coach. You look at the coaches in the SEC game right now, no question about it. You know, Auburn with Bruce Pearl, your boy Beard at Mississippi, what South Carolina's doing. I know a lot of people like Buzz. I think Buzz might be a little overrated.
Very overrated. I'm with you, Matt.
You know, but Ricky Barnes is a big-time coach. I heard this stat, Ty, that the NBA has the number 1 conference that with the most NBA players is the SEC, more than the Big 12, more than the ACC. So right now in the association, you have more guys out of the SEC than any other conference. And I know you look at different metrics or different analytics, and you're trying to say, well, which conference is better? That one right there is a pretty strong point right there to say that you have the most players out of any conference, Power 5 conference in the NBA come from the SEC.
I'd say that's a pretty strong indication of what of what SEC basketball is right now. That's really hard to beat at that point. But the Big 12 again, I'd still say is on top, but the SEC is not far behind it at this point. And that's a credit to the late Mike Slive, who had such an instrumental part of getting that transformation done when it comes to SEC basketball. I know he's gotten recognized for that time and time again. And once more, recognize it was not going to hurt him in this situation. All right, we're going to take another short break here on Hog Reaction. Again, if you want to call or text us on the McCarty Daniel hotline, do so 877-377-6963. More Hog Reaction coming up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment has paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Hey, I'm Hagen Smith. As an Arkansas pitcher, I know the importance of precision, skill, and keeping cool under pressure. That's why for your home, choosing the right team for heating and air is just as important. You want professionals who bring their best game. When it comes to staying comfortable, I rely on Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric. They'll send pros to take care of your home, too. So sign up now for Pascal's Planned Protection membership before the summer heat for only $8.99 a month. Never pay for a tune-up again when they're included in your membership. Professional people, professional service. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Remodeling your bathroom? Don't let your imagination be limited by out-of-the-box shower doors or tub enclosures. Arkansas Glass and Mirror is your local source for all things glass, including plexiglass, mirrors, and shower doors since 1964. Arkansas Glass and Mirror has more selections, better prices, and the experience to help you build the shower of your dreams. They also have the only showroom in the area to help you create those dreams. Professional installation and professional service. Only at Arkansas Glass and Mirror, 1316 South Zero, Fort Smith, or online at arkansasglassandmirror.com.
Joe's Grill and Cantina is already chipping away at 2024. If you have never tried Joe's Chips and Salsa, you're missing a Tex-Mex treat. House-made salsa, made daily with fresh veggies, even carrots. Try their sizzling fajita skillets, crunchy tacos, and their enchiladas with a homemade sauce is the best around. Plus a full bar and TVs all around the restaurant. Joe's Grill and Cantina. Great Tex-Mex, even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps in Fort Smith.
Roses are red, violets are blue. If I had your bank account, I'd worry about alimony too. I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Call today for a free consultation and ask about our special pricing for new divorce filings in February. 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Subiaco in Scranton. If you made a resolution to get reliable internet for the new year, Wave Rural Connect can make that happen. The latest zone covering Subiaco in Scranton is now open. Make this New Year's resolution come true with internet, TV, and phone service from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or phone 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Husbands, sons, daughters, honor your wife or mother for Mother's Day at the inaugural Mystery at the Fort Legacy Ball, benefiting Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center on May 11th at the U.S. Marshals Museum. Buy your tickets today for this 1940s mystery dinner, coupled with an exciting night of investigative entertainment and lively dancing with the band Who Shot JR. For more information, call 479-452-2260.
Drive a third-row SUV that is style in motion with the 2023 Buick Enclave at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Right now, get $1,250 in total savings or 2.9% financing on a 23 Buick Enclave. The 23 Buick Enclave, designed for the road ahead and well-crafted for your refined taste. Test drive a new Buick Enclave and experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good!
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
We return to Hog Reaction one final time here on a Tuesday night following a 7-point Razorback victory here on ESPN Arkansas. HitThatLine.com. Appreciate Matt Jones not only joining us tonight, but doing all of these, Matt, at this point in time. Matt, I promise these are more fun after multiple wins and after a good college basketball season. Let me tell you, last year, and I say last year, 2 years ago and 3 years ago, it was about a fun sports radio a couple months watching this team have success and really grow throughout SEC play. And maybe we'll see some growth from this team down the stretch for some guys that might need it for future years at Arkansas.
Ty, you're right. Kevin and Ricky, you got to thank them for letting us do this show. Pretty cool. But yeah, it's always better after a win, and it's kind of true to form, I guess. If you look at Coach Muss's team, if we were able to get on a little streak, we just kind of got there a little late this year. You'd have liked to got there somewhere in January instead of the end of February. But man, you love the fight. You love what you saw out of there. You get 2 games coming back home after this victory. My question to you, Ty, is do you see any reason for Mitchell to slow down? Another double-double these next 2 home games?
Man, I kind of expected it. Missouri doesn't have a great front line. I think that might have been the game where he started going barbecue chicken on opponents. So maybe he can have another one of these games. I can't remember. I know Mark hit the game winner against A&M. It was the Mark versus Wade Taylor's show. I don't remember when Mackay did it against the Aggies in that initial game in Fayetteville. But, yeah, you'd love to see it, and then you kind of expect it at this point. I don't know what his player prop on the Bet Saracen app is going to be, Matt, but you're probably better off if you want to win some money to hit the over on that.
Yeah, he played 3 minutes in that home game.
Oh wow!
And he had 1 block. Didn't really get on the score sheet. It seemed like it was the Georgia game. No, it was maybe it was the Mississippi game. There was a game where he got going again, and he has not looked back since then, especially if he plays. Now, I know he didn't play against it was the Kentucky game. He had 12 points, 13 boards. That would have been on January 27th. And you look back since the 27th, and we're actually 3-3. You know, if you take that L out of the way, it'd be 4-3. But yeah, man, Mitchell's been a joy to watch. If you're thinking about next level type of things, Mitchell might get into an NBA camp. You know, he might get a look just because he can pass the ball. He is smart. He's playing with a better basketball IQ as far as knowing where to being at the right spot as well.
Yeah, and you hope for him and for this basketball team, if he continues to do that way, they keep feeding him, which they've done. There's no evidence or reason to believe that Eric Musselman won't try to keep finding him. One of the things I've liked is I know that we haven't seen Jalen Graham the last 2 games, but those guys will find him too, particularly him and Chandler Lawson. The interior passing has been crisp at times, which you don't always see from post players, but they seem to really work with one another down low and get it just a little too late. And I don't know if we're hyping up a close loss against Mississippi State and a win against a under 500 conference Texas A&M game too much. Again, I think these next 2 games matter fool's gold. Like, I don't really care if you can beat Missouri at home. They haven't won a conference game. Like, whoop-de-doo, you should beat them. And then Vanderbilt, which is the 2nd worst team in the league, you should beat them at home. But, I mean, if you win in Rupp or Coleman, that's a different story. That's something you can build on for next season. And definitely, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you can definitely build on that.
Well, you're right to a point, Ty. We have not beat a tournament team. A&M taking 2 L's to Arkansas. I really don't think that's a tournament team. Missouri is our other win. Georgia as well. So those are our 3 teams we beat. But all you can do is play the games in front of you. So you get Missouri and Vanderbilt that are both not tournament teams this year. But so let's go out there and take care of business. And then Kentucky and Alabama, both those teams are going to be in the tournament. LSU probably in a spot right now where they control their destiny, where if they got hot and were able to pull off a couple victories in a row, then they would be all right. I believe they have 4. 1, 2. They beat A&M. They beat Benton. A&M lost to LSU. I do not think A&M is a tournament team. So maybe we can beat a tournament team. Kentucky will be the next team we play that's going to be in the tournament.
it's worth anything. And thus far, again, you have not necessarily done, like as you just pointed out, beat someone that's actually worth an NCAA tournament postseason bid, and you'll have an opportunity at least in 2 of the remaining 5 games to do so, and then we'll see what you stack up against in the SEC tournament in Nashville to this point in time. All right, so this weekend, again, you've got Missouri at home at 11 a.m. You've got the baseball round robin where you'll play Oregon State on Friday, and you got Michigan and Oklahoma State as well. I'm forgetting the order of those two. And so you've got a pretty big weekend. We mentioned the gymnastics meet earlier with Kentucky coming into town. Matt, a lot of Razorback sports you can get your eyes on or, of course, listen right here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com.
Oh, let's go Hogs. This is a great sports time of year. We just had the Super Bowl just not too long ago. Baseball just started. You're about to get the conference tournaments. It's a great time to be a Razorback. It's just it's a great victory for the Hogs. The way this season's gone, everything that this team's been through, and then you have a chance to really make this season respectable. And not just such a bummer that it had been. Try to find a way to get back-to-back conference games. We don't have back-to-back conference wins yet, and we haven't beat a tournament team yet. So you get a chance to at least do one of those things. You get a chance to get back-to-back conference wins, and then to use a bowling term, you get a chance to go for the turkey. But you got to get to 2 first, and let's protect home floor. Let's protect that home floor.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about the fans. I think the Razorback fans are the best in the nation. I don't know how they'll turn out for these next 2 home games. But if the Hogs win, you win one, I bet you more people will come to the next one.
Nope, agree 100%. Well, that's going to do it for us here on Hog Reaction, again presented by Kevin and Ricky Cowan and our friends at KC Insurance Partners. Matt, as always, my man, appreciate you doing the show with me, and we'll hear from you tomorrow. You and Phil and Big C reacting on halftime starting at 11.
Yes, sir, Ty. It's always a pleasure working with you, and especially after a Hog victory. Thanks, Ty.
You got it. Again, Matt Jones, former Razorback, a couple different sports. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if Matt could play a little baseball, soccer, and anything else, too. All right, so just a reminder, as we wrap up the show here, I mentioned this a little bit this morning. We are going to have our video stream apparently up and running tomorrow, not just the digital display of the Morning Rush or halftime, but we will have our actual pretty faces. Give credit to the Wolf, Will Whitson, on that. He's been a huge part of putting that together. But knock on wood, that should be ready to go tomorrow, and hopefully we will have some more listeners outside of our traditional listening area. Not that we don't love you here in ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com, but always trying to increase our Razorback community across the ESPN Arkansas and Hit That Line network. So for Matt Jones, I'm Ty Richardson. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. We'll be back in these chairs tomorrow, reacting starting at 6 a.m. Good night, everybody.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
This year, upgrade your home to safe, convenient, and energy-efficient natural gas from Arkansas Oklahoma Gas. Skip the prepayments and delivery issues, and enjoy the peace of mind knowing that your natural gas is always there when you need it. And we can help make converting your home easy and affordable too. For heating, hot water, cooking, and more, it's time to upgrade to safe, reliable, and energy-efficient natural gas. Visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, energy for life.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
Drive a third-row SUV that is style in motion with the 2023 Buick Enclave at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Right now, get $1,250 in total savings or 2.9% financing on a 23 Buick Enclave. The 23 Buick Enclave, designed for the road ahead and well-crafted for your refined taste. Test drive a new Buick Enclave and experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.